Our first guest is ready to go, though, Mick. The AFL CEO hasn't been in the studio for a couple of years for obvious reasons. Welcome to Gillon McLachlan. Good to see you.
Well done, Gill. Thanks for coming. There's a fair bit to unpack. We'll try and work our way through it. But before it, I think I have to open up with the big one. Is it time Richmond got a priority pick? Are we due? Are we...
Yeah, well, it looks like it's coming.
Thanks to your architecture, Dr. Evil.
Hey, Gil, can I jump into the news of the day? The AFL decided not to appeal the Willie Rioli suspension. Having a look at that replay now, as someone who's very keen to protect their head, how does that one sit with you?
Well, clearly we don't agree with the decision because we suspended Willie. But I guess the reason, therefore, is why, and the advice was that from the team was that they thought it was reasonable because the tribunal decided that he was actually going for a mark and was entitled to contest it, and that if we were going to appeal it, we really had no grounds. So to say we condoned or tacitly endorsed it, no, respectfully we disagree with it. That's why he was suspended. But I think the assessment was that they
thought it was reasonable.
Yes.
What if they thought carjacking was reasonable?
That'd be harder to find, I reckon, Mick. Yeah.
Looting. Yeah, no worries. So we think it's reasonable. That's a tough one because this is a big one, and everyone out. I have to say, to my straw polling, everyone laughed when they heard that was the finding. So
yes, it's difficult, but you have an independent tribunal there, and I think we put out an explanation that we disagreed with it. We put out a thing that said why, and the advice was we wouldn't get up because it was reasonable on the basis they articulated. I just want people to know that we suspended Willie Rioli, and we think that actually is not appropriate in 2022.
Interesting part. West Coast Defence, they cited Nick Riewold's courageous mark back with the flight was part of getting Willie Rioli off. Hey, Gil, you did a great job of spruiking round one. 362,000 is a great effort. It must have brought a smile to your face to see so many people back at the footy.
It was great, Daz. It was... we'd missed it here in this town, and to see the energy across Melbourne, the Carlton supporters on Friday night, the Melbourne people on Wednesday night celebrating, and all that energy. It was a great weekend.
You went on Wednesday night and Thursday night?
I did.
What was it like back being amongst poor people again? Was that tough after the big 2-year break? Was that okay? Don't. It's fine.
You said we were going to be friends.
You wanted 400,000 for the first round. You didn't get it. I think I know why. It's the Red Rooster crowd who you killed off. That's going to be your legacy. The man who killed off Red Rooster.
McDonald's is going back in. I've spoken to Stuart Fox this week. They're putting Macca's back in. Not your Red Rooster. McDonald's is going back in.
Are you telling me I can't go to the football and get a quarter of chicken and Hawaiian pack? You've made a very powerful enemy.
You can get 40 nuggets.
All right, I'll go with that.
No one's had a tougher time in the chair the last 2 years in your role to keep the game going. We've seen West Coast struggle to field a side. Carlton have got some COVID issues. Is this going to be a less stressful year for you or a more challenging one?
I don't think it can be anything like 2020 or even 2021. They were different. This is not going to be easy, though, again, because it's living with COVID. I think it'll be a challenge for the clubs as much as anything. We're not going to refixture and all that pressure, and we don't have the same border issues. But it's not going to be straight up and down. But I think all the supporters know the rules, the clubs know the rules, and the most, that discipline and resilience is going to be part of it, and hopefully a bit of luck as well. But I'm optimistic, and it's going to be easier than the last couple of years. Yeah.
Gil, you described the scoreboard at Marvel as sexy. You did.
That's going to be like Meatloaf, isn't it? Everyone just laughs.
No, it's a genuine question. I stand by those comments.
I was being my PT bun and trying to find a bit of a hook to get everyone to talk about it, and it proved it was very successful.
Well, BT, yeah, you did get everyone talking about it. BT referred to it in his call last week, and I really enjoyed the level of support that he received from Richo.
There they are. That's what's been described as sexy by our AFL CEO, Gillon McLachlan. Those scoreboards here, he thinks they're very sexy, Richo.
I haven't even noticed them till just now.
That's what makes him the best special comments man in the business.
That's sort of teamwork. It's no wonder Richard didn't win a premiership.
That's a good point.
Jeez, he's throwing haymakers. That's just one of the many moods of Gillon McLachlan. One I like is sexy, and you rock it like no one else. Have a look at this mo. Here we go. I think we've got it there. No, it's not there. There it
McLachlan
is.
sporting a bit of a summer mo.
My word.
Okay, as AFL headquarters moved to Juarez, has it? Or
It doesn't look good, I concede that, but it was part of a broader remit. That was actually, I was unshaven across the whole lot. It wasn't just a mo.
It was one of your many looks. The other one, of course, is you at home relaxing with your dog. Look at that. Wealthy
They had
Western...
700 photos to choose. I'm not sure that was the best.
That is the second worst photo I've ever seen of a man with a dog, and I don't think I need to go. Oh, there it is. And as always, I point out after that photo was taken, that dog did ask to be put down. So,
That was Chris Scott. I haven't seen that before.
that's Chris. He loves it when we play.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
he loves it.
He's got, I tell you what, Gil, I fully support your crackdown on umpires. As someone who spends a lot of time at junior footy, we needed to fix that up. There's some ugly behaviour that flows down to junior level. How's it been received at Clubland?
Yeah, I think positively. So I actually haven't had any pushback, and I've met obviously with the clubs, presidents, and all the captains and the coaches. I reckon generally everyone understands why it's there, and there's going to be a few teething issues, but I thought it landed pretty well over the first weekend. And I think people are talking about it. I actually think people know where the line is. You can talk to umpires. And it's part of the game, but disrespect's out, and we need more umpires. We're 6,000 short. And just the example, and you see it and I see it, my kids, the first thing they do is blame the umpire, and it's not right.
Is that what they call it? Umpire in polo, is it? Can I put it to you?
It took 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No, seriously, how hard was it growing up on the right side? How hard was it?
Can I ask you something?
I should have known when you walked in saying gloves are off tonight.
You said you know where the line is. Are there any exceptions when it comes to umpire abuse? Can I nominate anything at all where it might be okay to abuse the umpire? Like, for example, if they turn up with, how do I put it, a haircut like this. Is that not asking for something?
I do think there's probably the line moves there.
Thank you.
There's a bit of abuse tolerated for that.
Hey, Friday night, we're excited. 4 more goals to the 1,000 for Buddy Franklin. Now, you've sort of wavered a a little bit, Mick. Is he going to allow crowds to run on? Is he going to ban them?
Where are you?
Where do you stand?
You've got to loosen up on this one.
I was told I was too loose when I talked about it.
Yes or no?
Just for the record, please don't run on the field. It's not appropriate.
He's winking at us.
There's a large fine that's applicable, but obviously, Sam, my friends in the eastern suburbs, the property prices are up a heap. It's probably not going to matter a hell of a lot.
Well, what about this? No one runs out except you. Run out on your own, and we call it.
Who's going with me?
Am I right, fellas?
John Longmire might run out, by the way. You never know. Like, that's going to be pretty hard to police, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think, Gil?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. but don't do it, Sam.
I've got a half serious question.
Oh, here we go. Please.
No,
A genuine question.
No.
You
are the most disingenuous person I know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. At the end of 1996, right? Mm-hmm. Hawthorn and Melbourne were going to merge. So the person in your position at the time thought that was the right decision. Do you ever doubt that what you're doing and the decisions you make are the right ones and the long-lasting impact they may have? See, I can do it. I told you, mate. It's a good question.
It's real, though, is it?
It's real. Some of the questions, like the China game, AFLX, these are debacles. It's on your watch. But do you ever worry about that? Do you ever worry?
No, I don't. If you want me to answer seriously, clearly you feel the weight of the responsibility. But, we've got a great team and you go through the right process and you have all the facts. And then that's the job, is to make decisions. And I think we're going okay. You don't get them all right. But no one, I think, second guesses it, but what you do make sure is you have the right people and a diverse group of people having an input in the process.
And he's well placed to make those calls, Mick, and I don't think...
I'm asking about umpires with a mullet. Where are you going?
I'm still waiting for this sting in the tail. What is it?
I want to change it up a bit.
I want to change it up too, because I think people don't understand Gill was a very fine player himself, was a captain of the Melbourne Uni Blues for many a season, and you can see Gill in action here, dominating.
By the way, don't adjust his sets. His arms are that...
Johnny Stevens coined me sausage arms, and it was hard to get rid of.
How would you describe yourself, Gill, as a player?
Average.
There's some good skills on display here. A good grab, running in, and there's what I call...
I'll tell you what, you have to look at this, because Gill insisted we play this one. This is Anthony Cooter.
By the way, Gill brought these clips in.
You'll enjoy this,
8
Gill.
minutes. Why have you stopped it?
Look at
Look at this.
And... Gill.
That actually... I'm happy with that one.
Das, I didn't come here to watch highlights of Gill, by the way. Is it true, though, that you had a little run at Carlton down in 1996? You're at Carlton?
Little is right, yeah.
But you were down there?
Even on your scale, little.
Onto the eye? 1996 at Carlton on the supplementary list. 1996. Das, did you hear of a young Gillon McLachlan coming up through the ranks?
I think I was playing senior footy at that stage. I'm sure I remember.
But no, 1996. You're obviously a very talented player. The coach of Carlton at the time was the one and only David Parkin, and we rang him during the week for his recollection of your career, and this is what he had to say.
My only memory of Gill, he trained one season only, pre-season up till Christmas, and I don't remember, but apparently I pissed him off before Christmas.
That is so unfair. I made it till April.
You made it till April?
Yeah. I reckon Clarko came out of the shower. He didn't even bother putting any clothes on. He was naked when he walked past and he said,
You're out. You're out.
I think you were done. Hey, Gil, we appreciate your time tonight. Always great to catch up with you. Put your hands together for the AFL CEO, Gillon McLachlan.
Thank you, mate. Well done. Great stuff.
You're watching the front bar. We're going to come back.
I'll get you a beer down at
Peter Dacos, the Macedonian Marvel, our special guest next.